Hey traders, today is May the 26th, 2021, and I wanted to touch base with you on our last two sessions in our live trading room that we traded our 0DTE. That would be this past Friday, this past Monday, and now heading into Wednesday's trading session. If you are not having success with your 0DTE trading, it may very well be because you are trading static trades rather than dynamic trades. Let's get into it and talk about the difference. So let's talk about this idea of static versus dynamic trades. One of the questions that I get all of the time on our 0DTE trading system that we use and deploy 3 times a week, obviously Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, is where do you place your stop losses, and what about your stop losses, and how do we deploy our stop losses, and how much money should I be risking in a trade? And our answer, of course, is that we never use stop losses. Here's the thing with stop losses. When I hear a trader ask about stop losses, I know, and some of you are going to get triggered with this, but I know immediately that they're not very experienced traders. Because experienced traders don't use stop losses. I will just simply tell you this. As I sat on, as an options specialist at a brokerage firm, and I sat on that trading desk all day long, none of our internal traders used stop losses. Market makers do not use stop losses. Professional traders do not use stop losses. So why on earth would you, as an amateur that already has enough challenges going up against a professional, purposely set yourself up to be at a disadvantage? Which is what a stop loss does. There's two things that are of note when you see a trader using a stop loss. Number one, you have to understand that you have now committed to a trading strategy that is going to guarantee you positively, 100% without question, a loss. That's what a stop loss does. Now, it might minimize the loss, but it is absolutely guaranteeing you a loss. And that then means, number two, that trader either lacks the confidence or, in more cases, simply the knowledge to know how to adjust or alter that trade rather than just simply taking that loss. So that is in fact a binary trade. If you put on a trade and you say, I'm going to buy something at 10 and I think it can go to 13 and I will risk $1 to make $3, that's a good risk reward ratio, that's positive expectancy, so I'm going to put in a stop loss at 9, and then you just let the trade autopilot. It does whatever it does. If it hits your profit, you look like a genius. If it hits your stop loss, you're stopped out at a loss that you said is an acceptable level. Guys, that's not how professionals trade. Professionals delta hedge. Professionals hedge their trades and adjust their trades to move them back into the profit zone. Now, you can't do it 100% effectively 100% of the time because that would be a 100% infallible system, and that doesn't exist on Wall Street. It doesn't exist in the world, but you can sure do it a whole bunch of times. And so rather than using static trades where we just set a stop loss and then cross our fingers and hope it doesn't get hit, and if it does, oh well, what can you do? We trade dynamically rather than static type trades. We trade dynamic trades. And you can see this example from our Friday and Monday session. So this is our, this would be our Friday session, the 21st of May here. And you can see that we did, if you lump these together here, and you look at the timestamps on these trades, again, this is a real account with real money, with real timestamps and real trades going on inside of it. We did 6 different trades. We did 6 different trades during the day, and at one point in the day, we actually saw a arbitrage opportunity between some divergence in the weakness and strength between the SPX and the NASDAQ. And so we also, during this time frame, threw in a little NQ trade in there as well that brought us in some money on top of all of that. And so if you look at all these trades, this was a busy day, including the NQ trade, but if this was a busy day, you can see that with all 6 of these trades, we brought in $1,300 of net profit. That's after fees and commissions, about $1,300 of net profit, and then on the SPX, and then on our NQ trade, we brought in about $400 of net profit on the day. $1,700 of profit on the day for Friday's trading session, and we deployed about $16,000 of capital. Okay. Now, if we look at Monday's session, and I want to show you the chart here in just a moment as well, because it really, I think, shows the importance of being dynamic in these situations. So here's Monday's session right here. Now, Monday, if you look at the charts, here's Friday's session, here's Monday's session, and I didn't like really either of these days. We had a blockbuster of a day on Friday. Let's see if I can widen this out here and give this whole picture. Here we go. We had a pretty blockbuster day here on Friday as we looked at this session going on right here. But the market fell pretty much all throughout the day. Our put legs were getting challenged all throughout the day, and yet we still had a very successful day. Here's our day from Monday's session. Monday was, I thought, a horrible day. I came very, very close on Monday to just calling it off and saying, hey, we're not going to be doing a 0 DTE today. We got shot right out of the gate up here to these levels, and then the premium just absolutely dissipated. As you see these little teeny tiny candles, and then we had this big sell-off into the close. This can be a trap day. This can be where you get lulled into a trade with very tight strikes, very tight deltas, and it ends up biting you in the end. But nevertheless, it was a good day for us. As we look at our results right here, you can see that Monday we worked for our money. This is Monday's trades right here. 12 different sets of trades that we did starting at 9:03 a.m. That's Mountain Time, and working all the way through the day here, right up to the close. We're talking about 16 minutes before the close, still working positions, and at the end of the day we made $310 basic profit. Now this was on $4,800 of capital committed to the trade, but it was an active day of adjusting and moving and altering our positions around. Now you may say, hey, you know what? For $300 profit, that wasn't worth it on the day, but that is about $2,000. If you add Friday's session into Monday's session, that's about $2,000 on about $13,000 of weighted capital. My goal is about $1,000 a day. Don't always hit it, but that's the goal. That's the potential. That's what we'll be trying to do here on Wednesday's session that's coming up here this morning. Some days you get better results than others, obviously. But I think the point that I just wanted to make here is that if you're not having success with your trades in 0 DTE, it's probably because you're using static trades. You're just throwing on a trade, you're putting in a stop loss. If it hits the profit, that's great. If it hits the loss, that's bad. And either way, it's just a binary trade. It works or it doesn't. And you just sit around, hold your fingers, and see what the end result is. So if you're interested in active, dynamic trading, I would encourage you to maybe take a look inside of our live trading room. We've got a free week trial that you can come in, watch us trade in a live format, and check it out for yourself. I'll put a link below in the comments section if you want to get a free trial to look at it, or if you just want to talk. I'm always here and open for that. Thanks, guys. Hope you have a great trading day today.